Freedom from the known. The ages have been full of seeking. The seek of truth, or the seek of God, or the seek of something beyond ourselves, beyond this material welfare. The seek of the immortal, seek of the timeless, seek of the objective, the want of something that cannot be mutated by circumstance nor human corruption. Then the questions all begin. What is it all about? What is this meaning? Amongst all the confusions of living, brutalities, revolts, wars, endless divisions of religion, ideology splits into nations, the deep rising sense of frustration. What are we to do with this thing called living? The seek of the thousand names, the cultivated face, the seek for saviour, seek for ideals, seek for identity that will fill our empty spaces. Where translucent codes of conduct construct subjective rights and wrongs, as if social norm were a notebook, as narratives get caged in rule lines, and if you don't write right, then you're marginalised, for there's always some law to define the norm from the not norm. As conveyor belt images show us a look, a place, a concept, some expectation. Gender roles roll out pre-assembled in Barbie and Ken-like packaging. Hoodies and the suits, heels and the boots, always some order for what a person should be. And with it come the comparatives, the definitives, the lines repeated, rewritten. And so I ask, can we act free from the molds of tradition? Or as part of the problem, the comfort that comes from the known? The single story, the genesis, the Big Bang, the second-hand descriptions, the spoon feed, the teachers, the authorities, the books, even our revolutionary leaders. For there is always some speaker, some prophet, some prime minister or self-proclaimed master to follow instead of self-discover, the seek of knowledge pre-made as if it were a chemical dinner processed by another, the easy cook option, the belief only in theories already printed and written, the seek for data, seek for evidence, fetish of the empirical. But does this not leave us as passenger? Always thumbs up in the hitchhike in the wait for scientist, preacher or democratic leader to show us some new truth, the new route. As if truth were a passage, a path. But can truth be a path? A dead thing has a path to it because it is static, unmoving, predictable, easy to direct to. But can truth have a path? Is that not the beauty of it? Is it not forever moving, stretching, coiling, changing form? The more we try to cage it, the more it slips possession. But do we seek false totality? The stories that give us concrete meaning, for in the beginning was the word, and words give us our beginning, middle and end. The seek for formula coordinates, the seek for truth as if it has a specific point in place. The search for the absolute, and in it knowing becomes a power game. Lost in our secular saviours, caught up in the segments of country and of our cultural identity, caught up in our micro frustrations, satisfied with our little gods and our little traditions. And although there has been progress from the wheel to the jet plane, psychologically the individual has hardly changed. Just look at the total welfare, total misery, total confusion of the world. How are we still so colossally greedy, but for our kin we have joy and affection? How can we live in this mix of peace and neglection? Well, I suppose that the social structure is representative of all of our inner conflicts, of our exclusiveness, of our do well to others that look like us, of our homogeneous charity. If so, then the whole of human history is written in ourselves. For are we not the pieces that make this society? Are we not the culture that rewards competition? Are we not hot in the desire for power, prestige and position? Do we not want others to know our names, our success and our obsession with fame? Are we not the weaving thread of this society? Are we not its nationalism, its selfishness, its wars and its endless divisions? I ask, are we also responsible for the world that we live in?